Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a review on the brand called The Ordinary. I picked up some of their products and I just wanted to tell you what I thought about them. So if you're interested, keep watching. So just a little bit of background on my skin. So my skin was fairly okay. So I'm in my 20s, so it's fairly okay. I never really suffered from acne or really bad skin conditions or anything like that. My skin's been quite forgiving and it was not really sensitive. Anything that I put on it kind of suited it. And my skin was basically very good to me until I had my son, which was amazing, but it created so much havoc to my skin. My skin went really dry, it got really sensitive, it became really acne prone actually. I developed quite a lot of hormonal acne towards like the bottom of my face, and I just felt really old suddenly. Not that I'm young, but I just felt really old. My skin looked old. It just looked dry. I hated it. So I've been trying quite a lot of products to try and counteract, you know, the hormonal acne that I had and the dryness that I had, and nothing seemed to be helping until I tried these. So I picked up these 3 products from The Ordinary. So the first one is Buffet, which is my favorite. I'll just speak about this a bit later. So the Buffet Hyaluronic Acid 2% plus B5, and excuse me if I butcher this, but it's the Niacinamide 10% plus Zinc 1%. So these are serums. So I picked up only the serums. They have a lot more products on their website, but these are the ones that I picked up. Now, off the bat, I love the packaging. It's so minimalistic. It's white, which I love. It's very clean and very sleek. And these are all under £15. So the Buffet is the most expensive one, and then these are under £10. How ridiculous is that? It's just amazing to have skincare that's actually affordable instead of having one moisturizer that's like £50. All of this cost me less than £50. I love the fact that they're not cheap, but yeah, actually they're cheap. And The Ordinary actually kind of boasts the fact that they're very into like honesty and integrity in skincare. So they're not kind of buffing up the marketing and increasing the price 5 times just to sell a product. So they're really good. So I use these usually after cleansing my skin. I will use these before I apply any other serums or moisturizers. I like to layer my serums to get the maximum effect. So I usually start off with the hyaluronic acid. So I usually use this right after cleansing, and what hyaluronic acid does, it just helps your skin retain a lot of water, so it allows it to stay plump and stay subtle, and just a little bit more healthy looking. If your skin is dry like mine, when you apply this, it allows your skin to kind of plump up. So if you think about the analogy of like, let me actually go and get my sponge. 1 second. And we're back. So if you think of an analogy of a sponge, so this is a Body Shop sponge, and it is very hard, it's very dry, and the surface is really bumpy. And if I were to put like a drop of water over here, it's actually going to take a little bit of time to seep in all the way through the sponge, and it might sometimes not reach the bottom of the sponge. So this is where, so imagine this is your skin. So what this does, and I'll have more information, more scientific information on my blog, so make sure to check it out. So you put this, after cleansing your skin, you put this, and what it allows your skin to do is just to plump up a little bit. The surface then becomes a little bit smoother, and if you then apply anything on top of that, it is more likely to kind of go in and get absorbed into your skin. So this is how I kind of understand how hyaluronic acid works, and I hope you get that. So it just helps your skin stay moisturized for longer. So my experience with hyaluronic acid is that it really helped my skin kind of look healthier and younger. So when my skin was really dry, I felt really old. My skin looked really old, and the hyaluronic acid just allowed my skin to kind of pop up a little bit. It gave it a little bit of like a pick-me-up, and it allowed everything that I've put on, so all the serums and all the moisturizers that I use after in my skincare routine, it just allowed it to be more effective and just sink in better. And I just love this. I love this so much, and I feel like it's really effective, and it's going to last you forever. Not ever, but you know what I mean. It's going to last you for a very long time. So if you're after something that helps you kind of retain moisture so you don't get so dry during the day, I would definitely recommend this one. The second one that I have is the Buffet. So on the website, it kind of goes on and it's really confusing, but the gist of it is that this also has hyaluronic acid, but in a very small percentage. So this especially combats the signs of aging, so it reduces wrinkles and fine lines and just allows your skin to look a little bit healthier. So what I found with this is that it actually really works very well under makeup. So I usually put this after I put the hyaluronic acid, just because this absorbs a little bit better after the hyaluronic acid. So I put it on and I have really deep smile lines, and I have a couple of fine lines under my eye. I don't really use this under my eye, but the makeup just sinks right into here. It's really annoying. And what I found with this is that it actually gives me a little bit of a Botox effect, I guess. When I put makeup, the lines are not as deep, is what I'm trying to say. It just kind of plumps up my skin so my fine lines don't show as much. And I love that. I love the fact that it can give me like an instant Botox effect, because who doesn't want that? Well, a lot of people maybe, but you know, under makeup it looks really good. So this has been actually my favorite serum to use, just because it does quite a lot of things. It helps me with my anti-aging, it provides me with a little bit of like moisture retaining properties, and in general, if you were to buy anything, this is what I would recommend, because I think it's just the most kind of like rounded one, because it has quite a lot of ingredients in one little bottle, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I would really recommend this. And finally, again, I'm gonna butcher it, but it's the Niacinamide 10% zinc. So this one is described as something that will help you with the signs of blemishing, and it'll also help sebum activity. What this means is that it will help reduce the redness of the blemish rather than treat the acne. So it's not a treatment for acne, but it will help you reduce the signs of blemishes, as well as helping you with sebum control, i.e. excessive oiliness in your T-zone or wherever you get oily, which might lead to then acne or pimples. So this kind of helps regulate that cycle, so you're not excessively excreting sebum. Now, I did a bit more research, and this actually has a lot more than what is described on the bottle or on the website. So the niacinamide actually helps you with like the UV rays. It helps the skin reject UV rays. It also helps with hyperpigmentation, and I think that is one of the biggest things that it does, which is what I think they meant when they talked about, you know, reduces the signs of blemishes. It really helps with the hyperpigmentation that is left behind by the blemishes. And niacinamide is actually one of the main ingredients in quite a lot of, especially Korean sheet masks that are labeled as brightening. So it actually helps you kind of brighten maybe hyperpigmentation. Like I have quite a lot of hyperpigmentation here. So that's what it's meant to do. And I have, again, a lot more information on my blog, so make sure to check it out. So I usually get really oily around my nose area, and then that's where kind of my pimples come. And I feel like this kind of helped me a little bit better. So I'm not excessively oily as such, but what I feel like this has done is that it has made my skin look less dull. It's kind of brightened my skin up a little bit. Not in terms of hyperpigmentation, but just in general, it just helped me look a little bit more alive and less kind of grey, if you know what I mean. So I haven't noticed as much of a difference in my skincare as I did with these two. But if you're after the benefits that it claims to have, or not claims, but that it has, I would recommend you getting this one. So overall, I've had a really positive experience with these serums, and I will definitely be purchasing more. I just don't want to overload my skincare routine right now, but definitely check them out. They've made a huge difference in my skin, like noticeable difference. Like when someone is really close to me, they can tell that my skin looks a lot different. So with such good results, with excellent prices, and a very short amount of time, what is not to like? I hope you liked this video, and if by chance you want to watch a tutorial on this makeup look, I will be having a video coming out hopefully next week, and it's going to be our husband does my voiceover, so that should be interesting. We haven't filmed the voiceover bit yet, so we'll see how it goes. But until next time, take care.